So I mentioned the other day that the way I find the compression stroke on the number one cylinder is to turn this. Basically, I'm turning the crankshaft by hand, and when compression is on the number one cylinder, then that's going to be the compression stroke, or the stroke where the spark plug needs to fire. So I've set this gauge up here, and this gauge should rise up when I get that far. And I'm going to turn this engine all the way over. It sounds like it's scraping. I put the little cover over the torque converter. Sounds like it's scraping. I should probably fix that before I start it. It wouldn't hurt much for it to scrape. It wouldn't scrape long before it would stop. This may not turn over with that on there because of the compression. It's getting to the point where it doesn't want to turn by hand. I wonder if it's doing that because of the that thing that's scraping under there. Come on, baby, you can do it. That's got me worried. Dang. So I went up under there and loosened the screws in that cover, and it loosened it up enough to turn, so I can go ahead and do the compression check. But eventually I'm going to want to go under there and probably take the whole cover off, which I'll probably do now, right after I do this. Once I get the engine sitting where I want it to sit. I may just have to run it without a cover, which is certainly doable. See that compression gauge rise there? You can tell that it's got compression. And it's leaking down just because I didn't screw it in real tight, but that right there is just about top dead center. And I saw the compression needle move, so I know we're good. So I'll take this off, and I'll look at what I need to do before I put the distributor in back there. And I'll take that pan cover off, and we'll go from there. Okay, now look at this. Can you see that spot right there? And can you see how much wear there is? Now I'm guessing that wear didn't happen from me just turning it one round. That wear's been going for a long time, and it's because it's got a dent right in the back of it here. And boy, that's an easy fix. If I take a ball peen hammer and hit that and bend it back out, put it back on there, I'm guessing that would fix that noise. Now, having said that, you may remember I was saying that this car was making a noise, and it sounded like it was right back there in the neighborhood of the exhaust pipes. And some of you may remember I was crawling under the car with the camera and asking, what is that noise? Now later on, when the engine finally got bad enough to start really rattling, I just figured, okay, this was part of that. But now that I see this, I'm thinking this was what was causing that noise. Like I said, I can leave that on and off and stick it on there later. In fact, I think I will, because I'd rather hear it run than spend a lot of time addressing this. But this will be a fairly easy fix. I'm just going to put this and all the screws that go with it in a special place, and then we'll move on to the next thing, and we'll come back to that. Okay, we'll come back to me here again, because you didn't see that compression gauge. One of these days I'm going to invent a better tripod for y'all. Because you didn't really see that compression gauge move, now that I've tightened it as hard as I had to tighten it to get at that to turn, it tightened that bolt enough so that I can turn it backwards a little bit. So that's what I've done here. I've just turned the whole engine over by turning it to the back. Now I'm going to put my finger over the spark plug hole again. It's a little bit hard to get a finger in there. I can kind of do it better with my thumb probably. Put my thumb over that and then change the direction of this wrench. With my thumb over that, I'm just going to turn it that little bit. Now, did you hear that little poof? Well, that was the compression when I took my thumb off. So now I know for sure, without any doubt, that this is the compression stroke, and I've got it sitting right on top dead.